Very easy, Jacob.
It's communism, and it's the Soviet Union all over again.
Is this an unholy alliance, or are you...
No, Jess is for staying and I'm for leaving.
I don't know, I find that children are naturally very left-wing anyway, aren't they?
Not mine.
You know, they all go through the vegetarian phase.
Well, mine's perhaps a bit young, but mine are currently staunch Tories and staunch Brexiteers.
Really? My son can name all of the... better than me, I forgot about Malta and Luxembourg. He can name all of the states in Europe. They were doing it at school. Propaganda in our education system.
Yes. Well, here we are in Battle, the site of the Battle of Hastings. I think the decision we're making on the 23rd of June is as important as that which was made on the 14th of October 1066, that either our country is going to be a small part of the United States of Europe, or we're going to be an independent, self-governing, democratic nation.
This is where Harold took his arrow in his eye.
Yes.
And so if we leave, what happens to David Cameron? Has he basically taken a fatal arrow to the eye?
No, I think he's got very good eye protectors on. I think he is safe and shielded from arrows.
I think that he has to go. I think he won't survive it. He will not survive what, as far as I'm concerned, will cause the greatest upturning of the apple cart. How do you think you might vote in the European referendum then?
Every time I see my grandchildren, I feel I must vote for them.
That's exactly how I feel about my children.
And that's, I think, what I would do, and I think that means stay in.
Stay in.
I am by nature a little Englander, surprisingly enough.
The people who want to stay in Europe are the people who run big businesses, who are making money out of it, the commissioners who are going to have huge salaries, pensions compared to the likes of us.
Where I live, the hospitals wouldn't be able to run if it weren't for migrants, is the truth. There would be no staff in them.
Where do you live?
I live in Birmingham.
Well, we live in Broadstairs, Kent. And
nice. Is it nice there?
Broadstairs is a lovely place, but there's not much employment there.
Yeah.
And what there is has been taken over by immigrants.
I've only been an MP for a year. I have literally never, ever had anyone, and I get thousands of pieces of casework every month, had a case where Europe stopped me helping someone, ever.
If it relates to a piece of EU regulation, then there's absolutely nothing you can do.
EU regulation is not affecting the people where I live, except in the way that we export all of our cars from the car industry that keeps everybody where I work.
Yes, but you know that we've got a much larger surplus and indeed sales of cars outside the European Union than we have to the European Union, in the country as a whole.
People who want to remain are less certain that they're in that camp, they are less fervent in their response to you.
But it's hard to motivate people by saying this organisation's pretty awful, it needs to be fundamentally reformed, but we better stay in it because we're so useless that we can't survive outside, which is basically the Prime Minister's argument. Followed up with and if we don't, we'll have the Third World War. And
to be fair, I have to say, everyone should, again, like Hitler, put the war down. Stop talking about the war.
Don't mention the war. You get this nice, light Mr. Whippy ice cream.
I think out.
You think out?
And then I think, oh, hang on a minute. It's about it's about that, isn't it?
We're all out here, just really.
Just
See what it's like on the other side, isn't it, really?
Oh, so just sort of like as an experiment. Have a go, heroes.
Yeah.
Manage ourselves.
Exactly.
Totally. I'll get a European Union tattoo if you get a Leave tattoo. What, let's, if you're so committed to the cause,
putting me on the spot.
Let's pop a Leave EU tattoo on.
I think we survived 2 world wars, actually more than that, and did quite well, so I think we could continue to do the same.
I hope you're a total failure. And look forward to seeing you come round to our point of view.
Oh.
Hello, good afternoon.
I haven't really voted a lot, but I don't think it's too bad the fact that we're in the EU.
I don't really understand.
You don't really understand?
No, we're only like 22 and 19.
I didn't get the impression they were necessarily going to vote.
No, I don't think they are going.
No. We're not playing croquet.
And why is it that the Prime Minister, a man you fall behind, you trust him, I've watched you stand up for his economic plans, yet he's so worried about our economy, and on this you can't back him?
I can't back him, and I think his position has become absurd. That,
and untenable, potentially.
Well, absurd over Europe. That he said that he wouldn't rule anything out, and now he's saying it'll lead to Third World War. You've got a bit of slice on it, I think. I can't quite... I'll see if I can get across to shake you by the hand. Hello.
Everybody in the Leave campaign so far has said, yeah, we're going to have a bit of a crappy time in our economy for a little while. It will be tough in our economy. Who knows for how long? You know, I
don't think everyone said that at all. I don't.
Lots and lots of them have. Are you willing to take that risk?
There's been a lot of scaremongering. I think the economy will be stronger because we currently are in a customs union, not a free trade area. So there are barriers to trade, there are very high regulations. I think that lots of good economists think that too. It's not just me on my own.
Lots of our allies, lots and lots of the head of the Bank of England.
But the head of the Bank of England is a Canadian politician who has now politicised the Bank of England for his own personal political agenda.
Maybe he thinks it's better for the UK. And maybe it's his job to say what's better for the UK. Why do you think they hate England, George Osborne and David Cameron? Why aren't they patriots?
Well, I think they have decided that they want to win. It's about getting their own way. They think that they know what's best.
You're saying that they want, the Prime Minister of this country wants what is not best for this country.
Yes,
You're saying he's not a patriot?
No, I'm not saying he's not a patriot. I'm saying that he does not want what is best for the country. He has bungled Europe. He bungled his renegotiation, and he's now desperate and threatening us with world wars and a plague of frogs and locusts and so on. And you're laughing because it's laughable. I mean, you know, and the Prime Minister's got himself in a position where people laugh at his views on Europe, and that's a bit sad, actually.
We could fall down this hill together.
Well, you see, we're taking a risk here, but we're in control of our risk. Look at this wobbly bridge, but we don't mind because we're happy to take risks that we've thought through.
But I wouldn't let my children take this same risk, Jacob. I wouldn't let my children stand here. So I do what I do for them.
So you view the United Kingdom as a child to the European Commission, whereas I think our country is pretty grown up.